Hey yo, before I go in, I want to talk about a situation in the world, how this situation occurs over and over again. Over and over again. Now, to me, there's a difference between having a kid or having a baby daddy and a father of your kid. I feel like no kid is a mistake. I feel like some people was just put there for you to have that kid. I mean, and that explains why some of these men don't take care of their kids like they're supposed to, or whatever. But as a woman, you can't you can't have expectations from this person. You can't make them want to be a dad. They're not going to be the dad that your kid deserves unless they want to be. Like, every man is capable of being one hell of a dad if he wants to. But that's the key. If he doesn't really want to be your kid's dad, then it's always going to be short. It's already hard enough to be parents. I don't have to be a parent to know how hard this job is. So if you got half-ass people doing half-ass shit, your kid's probably better off without this person anyway. It's hard for a female, though, because the imprint. It's hard for a woman to walk away once she lets somebody get her pregnant, but at some point, a lot of women probably are better off. They're probably better off walking away than staying with a guy just because they got a kid by them. It's not worth it. It's just not. Why should you have to stay with somebody if you don't want to be with them no more? Just because you have a kid by them. Your kid needs you to be happy 100% so you can give all the energy it takes for you to be a great parent or become a great person, become a better self-improved person so you can have more to offer to your kid or kids. How can you do that if you're down and you're sad and you're not happy and all this other bullshit? Some men only had kids or got women pregnant because they are scared that women will leave them and get smart and leave them. It wasn't nothing about no love. It never was about love. It was either an accident sometimes or they just did that so you can't leave them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But when you're dealing with a man who doesn't really want to be your kid's dad, then your kid don't really need him. They need you. Plain and simple, man. I guess what I'm trying to say is don't be someone who wastes time on somebody over and over because you have a kid with them and you hope they change when they probably never going to. You know what I'm saying? And just because you leave them don't mean that they can't have a chance to be a parent to your kid. It just means you're leaving the situation to better your life. I think oftentimes people feel like they're trapped or there's no better route or something like that, and that's just not true, man. It might feel that way, it might seem that way, but it's not technically true. You know how many people out here don't work out in relationships? It's very few. Like, when I say, I'm talking about people who have kids by somebody. It's very few. It's very, very few. So don't feel bad about it. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you're obligated to stay with the person. A lot of females, what they'll do is they'll stay with a guy and hope he changed, and then they end up having another kid by the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or they pass up on better opportunities for them and their kid by dealing with the same person. Can't let that happen, man. You gotta know when it's time to leave a person alone. Don't want to waste your time. Don't want to waste your time, man. It's unfortunate, man. It really is. But it happens all the time. It happens every day. You know, that people stay in relationships because of kids. But I'm not trying to judge because I've never been in that situation. That's why I would probably try to get married before. If I did have kids, I'd probably get married first. If I could, you know what I mean? If it worked that way. That's what I would try to do. I don't know, man. All I know is I wouldn't pass up great opportunities. You see what Sierra did. She didn't. She probably stayed around for a while, but then she realized enough is enough. Just because I got a kid by this person, it don't mean shit. And you already know he got like 18 other baby mamas. So I mean, he is who he is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Point is, she got away. She was smart. She got away, and she chose smartly the next time. And that's the key. It ain't just about getting away from a so-called baby daddy or whatever. You gotta choose smart next time. Or don't even get a relationship. If you're not gonna choose a good relationship partner, don't even get in a relationship, y'all. Because it's gonna be bad for you. I know people lust this and lust that and want this and want that. If that shit that you lusting ain't a good relationship partner, don't even do it. Because you playing yourself in the end. In other words, a woman could be fine as hell, but what if she's not relationship material for me? She gonna play me. It's gonna hurt. I'm gonna hurt myself. All because of a lust. I'd rather just kick it with the girl and have fun versus getting. You see, people need to understand that some people are okay to kick it with, but not necessarily to get in a relationship with. And people need to understand that shit. But I think some people feel like if I leave, I'm hurting my kid. But a lot of times, it's if you stay, you're hurting your kid. It depends on the situation. It really do. It's an unfortunate thing, man. It really is, man. I don't know. I hate speaking on this shit because I hate it. I hate the fact that what some men do. It ain't all the man's fault too. I understand. But honestly, there's no excuse. If you have a kid by somebody, there's no excuse for not being a real father. No excuse. It don't matter how much you hate the baby mom or whatever. Nah, there's no excuse for this. I can't think of one. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Men are definitely wrong for that. And a lot of times, if a man was doing what he's supposed to do and being the father, a woman would probably, she definitely would probably want to stay and shit. But a lot of times, women just gotta walk away, man, because of this shit. Because men don't want to do what they're supposed to do when they have kids and shit like that. So, I don't know, man. It's a fucked up situation, I know that. But it's not, but sometimes it's a blessing. Like, everything happens for a reason. Like I said, maybe sometimes you just meet people just because you're supposed to have a kid with them. Not necessarily they're supposed to stay in your life in a certain way or whatever. Y'all get the point. Who knows, man? This world is crazy. Life could be crazy. Expect the unexpected. You know what I'm saying? All I know is if I did have a kid, man, I hope that whoever it is, man, I hope we don't fall out. I mean, if we don't work, at least not fall out. Put it like this, if we don't work, I'm not going to just abandon my kid. I can't do that. I think some men do that to get back at women too. Like, I'm just not going to take care of my kid and make her pay. And it's a lot of shit, man. This is why I say sex should be serious, like took it serious. You know what I mean? If you're going to have sex with somebody that seem like they are an adult and got their shit together, just in case y'all fuck around and make a kid or something. You never know. Like, straight up. But just running around sleeping with a bunch of nobodies, I don't know, man. Because, I mean, if you do get pregnant, now you got a problem. But again, females got to stop thinking that it's hurting their kid if it doesn't work with this baby dad. I don't think so. Not if this dude ain't taking care of his kid or whatever. Sometimes even if he is, if you guys ain't working out as a relationship, that's not a good thing for the kid. It's not good for y'all to stay together just because y'all got a kid, because y'all are draining each other. Your kid needs you both to become the best person you could become. You cannot become the best person that you could become if you're constantly drained or arguing with each other. That energy is needed to become the best person you could be. How can that be possible if you're with somebody that you're not happy with? It's impossible. You might improve, but you're not going to improve to your fullest, the best you could be. So some of y'all, man, stop feeling like, oh, I got a kid by this guy, I got to stay with him forever. No, you don't. Even some men. Oh, you got the girl pregnant, you stuck now. You ain't stuck. If you don't feel like being with the person, you're not stuck, man. Stop being scared of life. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. Or you could just stay stuck with a person simply because you got a kid by them and live miserable. You only live once, though. You know, every time he beating on you or something. Just because you got a kid, you're going to stay with that. Nah, that's stupid, man. I'm sorry. Sometimes this is why men get women pregnant, so you can't leave, so they can do this bullshit. I'm going to cheat on you. I'm going to beat on you. And you ain't going nowhere because we got a kid together. And you're scared to leave. Man, these men be plotting shit like this. I'm telling y'all, man. A woman don't want a man no more, then he gets her pregnant on purpose. Or she's acting like she don't want to be with him no more, and they sleep together a couple more times, and he tries to get her pregnant on purpose. Shit like this. It's bullshit, man. But put it to you like this. If you're a struggling woman with a kid, sometimes a lot of females will think the baby dad is the answer. This is going to fix my life. But really, if he ain't helping and fixing the life, this is what I'm saying. If he's not really helping you fix the situation you're in, how's he the answer? How's that the answer? That's not the answer. It's not always the answer. Just because that person is the father of your kid does not mean that he's the answer. If he's not doing what he's supposed to do, or if you don't want him, or whatever. You get my point. But every woman at least at first wants it to work with the person they had a kid by. Why the fuck would they not? But unfortunately, we know how this shit goes, man. We know how this shit goes. But once you get to that point of knowing, like, all right, this shit ain't working, it's time to start letting go. No point holding on no longer. You gotta move on, find somebody different, and enjoy your life, man. Plain and simple. Because a lot of these dudes, what they doing, they finding somebody else, they fucking somebody else. Don't be that woman sitting at home because I got a kid by him, but he out fucking every woman in the world. That just doesn't make sense. But I'm going to let y'all go, man. Damn, man, it's a fucked up topic, man. I hate talking about shit like this, but it's some real shit, man. I wish the world didn't even have that. I wish there was no such thing as, like, having kids by people you're not with, but there is, and it sucks, man, so bad, man. I wouldn't wish that on nobody, man. I feel sorry for people, man, but you know, everything happens for a reason. That's all I'm saying. Like, some people are put in your life for reasons. Maybe they're just put there for that reason, and that's just what it is, and ain't nothing we could do about it. Like you hear me say, I don't want to have a kid by a woman I'm not going to be with. What if that's not the plan of my life, though? What if I'm supposed to have a kid by a woman one day and we don't work? I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. Just gotta move with life, man. But don't move stupidly or foolishly. Like, accept things for what they are and keep moving. Accept things for what they are and keep moving. Just because somebody is your baby daddy does not mean they're fucking God. And it doesn't mean that they'll be the best you ever get. That's for damn sure. So get those two things out your head. They are not God, and it does not mean they're the best you'll ever get, simply because they busted a nut in you. Any man could do this. It's not hard. Y'all have a good night, man.